So the first thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Jamaican-born artist slash producer Sean Kingston, government name Keyshawn Anderson, he is in the news again for all the wrong reasons. Now people, when it comes to credit in America, credit is king. However, when it comes to Sean Kingston, he is a pauper. Now this is based on a sequence of unfortunate events that took place in a place called Southwest Ranches that is in Pembroke Pines, Davie area. That is Griffin Road and about 178 or so. The SWAT team, Broward Sheriff Office, pulled up at a property that is said to be that of Sean Kingston and his family, specifically his mother. Now, people, you might wonder why the SWAT team would be there on some sorts of repossession mission. Based on the information that is out there, it is said that he went to a company that does all sorts of widescreen, Jamaican call it widescreen TV, and he purchased a 232-inch TV entertainment system combo. He partially paid for that and they installed it. He is supposed to make installment, meaning monthly payments of specific dollars. But based on what the lawyer for Veer Entertainment said, once the installation was done and they tried to contact Mr. Sean Kingston, Mr. Anderson, and ask him, when can we receive some sorts of payment? It is all promises, and you know that a promise is a comfort to a fool. These companies in America, they are no sorts of JACKASS. So therefore, they did some sorts of lawsuit. They called him and they told him, listen, if you are not going to pay for this television entertainment center, we are going to send the reaper. People, me don't know why the SWAT team there in yard, because this is some sorts of civil matter. Don't know if when they called him, he threatened them and tell them say he's going to have his gun. So if they decide to come at his house, it is going to be BLOODY. People, me not really know. Me can't speculate even though I am. So based on the last thing that I heard is that the Broward Sheriff Office with their SWAT team was on the property and they gained entry and they locked up Sean Kingston mother. She is in the custody of the Popo. Based on the information, it is said that they are going to be charged for fraud and defrauding persons' property. Meaning you take people things and have zero intentions of paying it. Now people, when we hear about stuff like this, we should not be surprised based on Sean Kingston's latest history, based on him past. We know that there are incidents in which companies, motor vehicle companies, rental company say that he is a deadbeat payment type of person. We've heard of persons that do jewelry, all sorts of bling bling, say the same thing. As a matter of fact, even in Jamaica, he has the same problem with some sorts of mansion, some sorts of car where he was not making any sorts of payment and they came to repossess it. Don't know what happened, more than likely they did, because this person, his mother included, seems as if them like people things, but they don't like to pay. Now you would ask yourself the question, I thought that Sean Kingston was a big superstar. Well people, he was. Maybe he is in the category of has-been. Maybe he is not touring extensively like he once did, so therefore he thinks that he is still living this lifestyle, so he has not adjusted. So therefore he is still living off the hype of a has-been, and he's not making the money to keep up with his hype lifestyle. People, me not really know. We can only assume, or maybe he just does not like paying. Don't know which one it is. Maybe it is a combination of both. So people, as soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Point blank and period.
Stop your brother. Ask him why stop you. I want people. Ask him why stop you. Ah, bang! Yeah, man. Share for social media. Don't talk, brother. Are you calling my face? Are you at me? Camera today, no? If you're not going to put your face out, if you're not going here. See? Yo, easy now. You're wrong, brother. You're at me on camera. You're up on camera. I'm my boss. You're at me. I'm here, brother. We don't nothing wrong. Go, man. We don't nothing wrong.
Remember, you failed to produce your license, you know?
You can't do nothing better. Wait for the right. Camera did this so. Me gotta put camera out here. Go up on the bus here. Come, you can style the man. You can style the man. Eh? You can style the man. Una play to this boy. You can style the man. You're going to road the bus stop.
Now, people, when we talk about an organization that has so much BLACKI, whose reputation is tarnished beyond repair, these popo. When we talk about lack of professionalism, bogoyaga-ism, riffraff-ism, this is a perfect example. Truth be told, don't know the context in which this happened. I am just basing this off this one video that is a couple of seconds long. So maybe there is more than meets the eye. However, me can only talk upon what I see. Now we understand as it pertains to minibus man, taxi man, the average driver in a Jamaica, them shouldn't have a license. Them shouldn't be on the road because they are jeopardizing person's life and safety. So therefore, this is no video taken up for this minibus man or PPV driver because, like me say, it could be taken out of context. However, when you see a popo act like this, representing the badge, representing the shield, representing the uniform, and you see him the gesture, meaning arc and spits. People, when you see him go, and act like him a twang pan the man, meaning spit pan the man, that is when you pretty much drop the coal, as disgusting as it sound, from down at your foot bottom and spit pan the man. Very disrespectful. That is what he was insinuating. Now, people, as far as I know, that is not supposed to happen in any sorts of profession, especially as a popo that is there to protect and serve. As a popo, the difference between you and the minibus man or the taxi man is that we kind of expect. The level of expectation is low for a minibus driver and taxi man. As it pertains to the popo, I don't know why the expectation is high when we see mostly stuff like this, especially on social media. So just imagine if we are seeing so much on a regular basis, what is the actual amount that is happening that is not pretty much videotaped and exposed. Now the thing is that with these popo officers, even when they're wrong, and I'm not saying that this man is wrong in this case because like I said, I'm just basing it off this one video. Even when they're wrong, they're going to be wrong and strong. They are very vindictive. What is even worse, they will get their squaddies to back them up even when they are DEAD wrong. They will actually DEAD or Tekwa people who are exposing them. So therefore, if you file a report to an ex-popo, which more than likely is going to crush up that report and throw it away unless you go to Indicom. So I say this to say that we can expect the life of this person that is in the video, talking about the officer, dissing the officer, respect for no respect or no respect for no respect is the case here. Two wrongs never make a right, and the way that he spoke to the popo or spoke about the popo is very disrespectful. We can expect his life to be hell in a Jamaica, especially as a driver on the road, especially if he's driving on the same road. Two of them will not coexist. Something will have to give, and people don't even want to tell you what might happen as it pertains to this person. As it pertains to the officer, people, the JCF are going to see it. They are going to back him up. They are going to defend him, whether he was DEAD wrong or not. Jamaica is a very tragic place, and this is it, a next perfect example. If the person that are supposed to keep you safe and secure are pretty much lunatics, pretty much demented and psycho, as in the case of this officer, point blank and period.
Yo, Fat Rider and Rentos, you think Oscar is?
Oh, talk banks, you know, we get dog.
Not even business so nice and friend.
Sick lad, the man in the youth.
Now the next thing that is popping in the news is a very disturbing trend, fully done trend that I see on social media. where it says fat ride and rent house. So in other words, your dreams, goals, and aspirations as fully done clientele is supposed to be get a fat ride, nice car, Beamer, Benz, high-end car, and forget about the house. There's a particular social media personality, I think his name is Top Bank's president, and the next one, Jaden, that is pushing this agenda. Now, people, if you're a financial wizard or you're just an average person on the streets, it would tell you that one of them, a house, is equity. The next one, a car or bike or vehicle, is expense, liability. So therefore, one appreciate, meaning it gets more expensive with time, especially if it is bought in a very nice neighborhood, like them say in a real estate. Location, location, location. However, people, when it comes to social media, especially places like TikTok, which is the lowest of the lowest life form on social media. So in other words, this is a platform that allows you to be famous for doing all sorts of immoral, all sorts of low life, all sorts of scumbag stuff. So therefore, just say the most outlandish stuff, just do the most outlandish stuff, and people will like that, because people, after all, positivity does not sell. It is sex and immoral, demented, twisted kind of stuff that sell. These are the persons that become very popular upon social media, such is the case as it pertains to Jaden, 85, and also Top Bank's presidents. Now, people, it is good that these youths are able to go on a platform, social media, and make a decent life, legitimate life for themselves. However, when you use this power, like them say, power in the wrong hands is a very dangerous thing, and you try to promote this agenda and make people actually believe. Well, people, I am sure if you have an iota of sense, you're going to know that this is just hype. But like you and I or anybody that is sensible know, people fall for the hype. People would rather the hype than reality. Like them say, nobody wants the truth when the lie or the hype is more entertaining. So therefore, these youths get an opportunity, get fame, but what do they do with the fame? Them corrupt the mind of the sheeples around them. So therefore, if you want to tell people, say it is better that they buy some sorts of car, as soon as you drive that car off the parking lot, that car is depreciated. Any type of car, expensive, high-end or low-end car, once you drive it off, it devalues. When you buy a house, which is harder to buy, harder to achieve, it appreciates in most cases, unless, of course, you buy it in some sorts of riffraff garrison where the people and pretty much bring down the price. There goes the neighborhood with all of the stupidity and buffoonery. So when we look at these social media personalities, we see that their motive is to make money. And them know say BS sells. Them know say hype and buffoonery sells. It is a law of demand and supply. So therefore, if them want FUCKRY, give them more FUCKRY. The more that they get is the more that they want, because these people are sheep. And even though in some cases, these people know that what they are promoting, their agenda is BS. However, it is working. Why stop something that is working? So therefore, if it is a recipe for success, which is a recipe for disaster, they are just manipulating the minds of these people. And in most cases, they are practicing what they are preaching. Because as it pertains to Top Banks, he is a type of youth, don't know how he's making his money. If it is just TikTok or other illicit means, people may not have any sorts of proof. So at the end of the day, it is he and his people that are benefiting from turning Jamaica into some JACKASSES, following this hype. There's a thing that is called a fool and his money will soon part. And we see that Mr. Top Banks and his crew, they're always out spending money, blowing money, taking advantage of these poor, unsuspecting girls out there, have them doing all manner of evil, and people, truth be told, these people are nothing but master manipulator. These people are corrupting the minds of these people. However, whenever you get desperate people will do desperate stuff just to pay their bills. There's a thing that is called a fool and his money will always part. It is not what you make, it is what you save. So therefore, these people that are living the hype, just remember there are going to be rainy days. Just remember all of the people that you see having all sorts of hype in Jamaica. I am talking about the likes of Willie Agat. I am speaking about the likes of Bogle. And even in the likes of Flipper Mafia, you see which part them end up. Either in the big yard or the GRAVE yard. Yes, this success is good and it allows you a better life, especially if you're coming from a garrison. However, when you get this power, and then you exploit this power, you do not capitalize, you do not make sure that it benefits you in the future, you will lose your blessing, you will lose your life. Just remember, we've seen it all before, and it is always going to play out like I said. A fool and his money will always part. This applies to your life, especially in times like these where there are many bad mind people. Yes, they will follow the hype, but a lot of people are plotting and scheming how to get you out because you get some sort of semblance of success. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.